Doing my standard preliminary checks. See how this is all going. Okay, everything looks good. Okay. Well, hello once again. Welcome to another Blender a Day. Today I thought we would try the thing that I tried before that didn't work, which was to model a human head. Last time I tried that, it went horribly. So, we're going to try again, and hopefully this time we won't make another terrifying egg monster. So we're going to start and save. Get this all set up. And before I forget, let's turn on the screencast keys. Sweet. Okay, and let's replace this. Whoop. There we go. Get that icosphere in here and increase the subdivisions to about 6. Shade smooth. Yeah, that looks good. 6 is probably enough. Hopefully. Maybe. We can work with it. Let's pop over to sculpt mode. Let's see how it works. I know I did 7 last time, but I kind of just want to see how this looks. Oh, great. I can create horrifying... Why is it so easy to create just terrifying monstrosities? Like, look at this thing. No time at all. Actually, that one's not too bad. That's actually kind of cute. Still, I'm thinking we should probably do... Well, actually, you know what? This is fine. 6 subdivisions should work. Alright, let's hop on over to front-facing view and then break everything, apparently. Whoa, what did I do? Okay, I don't know what I just did. What does... Okay, so Shift-A does something else when you're in sculpt mode. And I'm not entirely sure what that is. Oh, wait. Is that almost like a painter's tape type thing? Like, no matter how hard I try, I can't... Oh, wait. That's actually really, really cool. I mean, I know I'm creating something horrific over here, but like... Just give me a sec to show you what I'm thinking. You can do something like that, and then... Can I do Shift A again? Oh, escape? Middle click. How do I get away from this? Just regular A? Nope. That's way more stuff. Okay, apparently I have a lot to discover. See, look at that. That's cool. Apparently I have a lot to discover about this. The sculpting mode. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, in this mode, we're going to add a reference image. No, not an empty reference image. And let's go back to 22nd, I think? No, day before that. 21st. Emotions. Yeah, here we go. Terrifying man who will haunt my nightmares. That's about the size of his head. Okay. And then we go back over to sculpt mode, except this needs to be selected to do sculpt mode. Solid. Okay. Let's do some basic flattening, I guess. don't think that's actually going to do much, because, I mean, it's a sphere. I guess it could do something, but what we really need is some deforming. Except that should probably come later. Let's do deflate. Except it would probably be a good idea, actually, now that I think about it. Just create a... Okay, suddenly I want to create like a terrifying little Kirby creature. Fire! Except we're not doing that. Scrape? That could work. Clay thumb. Oh, great. Another horrifying creation. Okay. To not do that, and instead, let's... I don't want to pinch. I don't really want to smooth. I could crease. Probably not, though. Can I do layers? But, like, I can. Except that's going to do exactly as it says, layer. Why don't we just draw? That's given me better results so far. I'm realizing that the easiest thing to do here probably would have been to actually just compress along those sides. But maybe I'll make this face a little more alien. I don't know. We will figure that out in time. Okay, then we're going to smooth this. Bring some more definition to his face. Still just a ball back there. Alright, one step at a time. So he doesn't really have a chin, he has more of a under chin. Let's flatten that out a little. Probably using the actual flattening tool. So, when I was thinking of this character, I kind of wanted them to have a very protruding chin. Oh my gosh. No, that's not what I wanted at all. That could work. I just need to get the right angle. And not that. Let's increase the radius. Yep, that's definitely what I wanted. Just an entire face shifting horrifically. That actually works. Not perfectly, but it's doable. Maybe a little less. Yeah, I can work with that. And I realize that these proportions are way off, but baby steps. Okay. So currently you have way too much this. I'm going to make your neck a separate thing entirely. That sounds really creepy out of context. So we're actually going to go back to draw and Get rid of that. You know, if you ignore this half of his head, it's not too bad. And the fact that it looks more like a snout than a face. Baby steps. Oh, that's starting to get a little bit better. Is it intersecting with itself? It most certainly is. Hey, there you go. That's a better solution. So, you know, our horrific alien head. It's a little too long, but we can work with that. Alright, you know, the funny thing is, if I were to treat this as just like the top of the jaw, or not the top of the jaw, but like the, from here up on a skull, this could work surprisingly well, just looking at it from the side. If you think of this as a chin, it's horrific, but as a skull, maybe not. See if we can make eye sockets. Let's get that wireframe so we... I keep forgetting about what this face looks like on the other side. Let's line that up. Great. Now that will haunt my dreams forever. Okay, so if we're going to do some indentations, we should do... yeah, right there. And then I think I can just solidify that and work from there. So eye sockets are traditionally a little bit wider, obviously. Probably not that wide. Probably not that tall. No, I probably could have just used a reference photo of like a skeleton skull, or just a skull, and that would have been easier than this. Well, maybe not easier, but more effective. Also, to the eternal distrust and hatred of all blenderers everywhere, for a big chunk of this I have actually been using my mouse, so I'm sorry. But also it's working kind of well, so those eye sockets are way too big. I get this weird feeling that someone in the future is going to watch this video and be like, actually, eye sockets are bigger than you would think. Okay, yeah, but not this big. Look at this. If we take this like this, that's definitely creepy. But if we take this like this and then drop that into wireframe mode, see those eyes. Whatever. make do with what we got. You know, I could make this 1,000 times more horrific if I actually just added eyeballs. Kind of like, you know, the last time we did this. Because if I've learned anything, it's that eyeballs make everything worse. Okay, the biggest problem I'm seeing is that, number one, it's too tall, but number two, it's too thin over here. So we're gonna, let's just hide it. And we'll go back to sculpt mode. I think I can actually just elastic deform the tops here of the brows and kind of pull it down, pull that up. Actually, it's kind of working. Especially for the purposes of what I was wanting to create originally. So maybe I should just give up on this and make it kind of like a Cthulhu face thing. I mean, I've got the right skull proportions. Why make it human when you can make it weird? Copyright MKzing 2020. Okay. Well, we've had our fun. Time to make it weird. Yeah, see, then when you can see the rest of it, suddenly making weird little characteristics on it isn't such a bad idea now, is it? You need to be further back in that skull. Oh, other things I was going to do to this. I need to... Can I inflate this? This part right here. Oh, that's deflate. Inflate. Just like this part. Actually, yeah. Let's give them cheekbones. Best part is, if we decided, well, since we decided that this is not going to be human anymore, that suddenly frees up a lot of weirdness. Okay, not that much weirdness. Just make that skull a little bit thinner. Actually, what we need to do is smooth it out up here. Because currently there's this little dent. And as much as I know that Alien Anatomy, or whatever this thing is going to be obviously different, oh, that made it worse. Yeah, you know what? It's fine the way it is. Maybe I'll actually just add to it, inflate that area. Boom! Look at you, handsome boy. Smooth it a little bit, which I think just made it worse again. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. If anything needs smoothing, it's these freaking cheekbones. There we go. That's better. Also, the base of this skull, it's just kind of hanging off. Actually, you know what? I kind of liked it before. Okay. Let's do some grabbing. If we're going to make this a weird Lovecraftian monster, then might as well whoop, start making a weird Lovecraftian monster, except it made two of them. Actually, I'm not even mad. This is starting to look kind of cool. You know what it's kind of reminding me of is like the Warcraft Draenei. Slightly. I mean, when you add these. It's not really doing what I want it to, so let's deform it instead. Which, again, that's a sentence that, out of context, is very concerning. Great, that worked well. Let's make another. That did not work well. So I think for the actual little tendrils themselves, we should grab and then elastic to form. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, to kind of drag them out a little bit more. Actually, it looks slightly less like an Eldritch Horror and more like a Space Wizard. Let's pull this chin out. Not that much. And can we grab right here and push back in? Maybe. Let's do some smoothing first. There's some spots on here that need smoothness. Especially right here. Oh yeah, that just made it 1,000 times better. A little shorter, but... Oops. Yeah, see, there we go. Alright. What to do with you now? I should probably add finer details, and for this I'm probably going to use the brush. But he needs some kind of nostrils. Right here. Yeah, there we go. And then let's do a elastic deform. No x-axis, just right here with a greater radius. I probably should have done these in reverse order, but actually that worked surprisingly well. Oh wait, I just saw it from the other angle. No, it didn't. Let's put this in side view and then pull. Okay, you know what? Let's just get rid of the nostrils thing, and then actually let's do that axis of symmetry. Slight nose, not much. Like there. Then let's do that same thing, but pull it. Oops. Pull it back in. Add more of a defined look. Yeah, like that. Then we'll come up here. Drop this down. Then we'll bring out our handy dandy stabbing implement. That's right, kids. Always keep a stabbing implement handy whenever you're drawing a, whatever this thing is. Those nostrils are huge. All I'm saying. I think proportionally, okay. Actually, you know what? They were fine. Oh no, what did I do? Okay. That's really not doing anything. Let's up the strength and increase this to a 15. And then just about the same as it was before, actually. Let's increase the strength to 1, and then go in with this. That's not actually bad. Then let's take the tip here and pull. Forked nose. Increase the radius by, not that much. Like a 30. Actually, I think I liked you better before. There we go. Just some gentle crafting. I want this creature to be like me. You know, I really want to put my heart and soul into this thing. And I want it to come out looking really good and also really horrific. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a forehead like mine that, you know, sticks out like a brick wall. That sounds self-deprecating, but I love my forehead. I think it gives me like bludgeoning resistance or something like that. All I'm saying is I have hit my head on a lot of stuff, and I've seen a lot of people who have gone through way more intense pain from like ramming their heads into things than I have. So count your blessings, kids. Clay strips. But only with consent. I'm sorry. There's no one actually watching this stream right now, so I know I'm the only one who's laughing at my jokes, but I'm sorry. I enjoyed that. I enjoy my own sense of humor. Actually, no. I like that initial stuff, but then let's increase the radius. Ooh, not that much. 90. And let's just bring it in here. And be sure to add a little bit more emphasis. Yeah, there we go. That boy's got a forehead. That boy's got brows for days. Yes. Hello, my beautiful creation. Smooth you out a little bit. Look at you. You're so fun and fancy-free. Let's see. Mine really sticks out right above the eyes. So maybe an inflate effect? Yeah, there we go. It's hard to do this just like based off feel, but I have like a line right here that kind of dips in and then curves right there. So let's do a slight deflate right here. I don't know what it says that I'm modeling my Eldritch Abomination after me, but maybe those cheekbones. Well, you know, I'm gonna go with my stylistic choice here, because cheekbones feel more like an elvish thing. So why not? Let's throw them in. Let's just take all of the random stereotypes and throw them out the window. Dude's crazy intelligent, because look at this brain. What if it's just a head? What if there's no neck? Like, what if it's just a head creature? And some slight deflation here. Make it look a little more gaunt. Maybe there as well. Does it have a mouth? Does it need a mouth? Maybe this is what I should do for Blender-A-Days, just create terrifying monstrosities that should not exist. Look how much brain this boy got. You know what? It actually kind of looks like a Brainiac's ship from some versions of Superman. This needs to be a little smoother. Except by smoothing it, I think I got rid of it. Yep, I did. Okay, let's undo that. Need to make those deeper. It's not a sentence I woke up thinking I'd say, but, you know, there you go. Okay, we're just gonna focus here. I think the tricky part, and you can kind of tell based on the geometry, is that... Aha! I found a point I can work with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that point right there, and then use that to pull it up. Boom. I don't know if that actually did anything. Is it only pulling on the one? I can't tell. It doesn't look like it's really doing anything to this nostril. That's... No, it's already in solid mode. Now your airway is clear. So I guess grab doesn't really affect... It's good to know. Maybe I could deflate it? You know what? I made a decision. We are going to slim down this boy's face a little bit. Make him look a little more gaunt. Yeah, there we go. A creature of eldritch nightmares with brain for days. Alright, let's do draw sharp and then let's get working on that mouth. That sounds like a pickup line. Anyway, alright. Probably gonna want to disable this because... Oh, also this needs to be way the heck. There we go. Let's see. Let's give him a little smile. Look at him. He's so happy. Okay. I'm worried I'm going to mess up on the mouth, because mouths are difficult. Not 121, just 12. Also, it's hot. I'm like sweating. Okay, so the distance from there... about the same distance between the eyes, so yeah, kind of where I was before. My intuition was good. Let's increase the strength. Not seeing any real... Okay, there's a little bit of progress. I wonder if I could get away with just... Okay, turns out I can. Don't know if I really want him to be smiling, though. Like, does a creature like this... Okay, better question. If this is supposed to be an eldritch creature with the whole tentacle thing, would it even have a mouth here? Or should I have more tentacles coming out from here? They don't really look like tentacles, they're more like spikes. I shall dub thee Spike Face. No, that's dumb. I think I'm going to go ahead and give him a mouth anyway. And then that can be more like a beard thing. Maybe I'll do some tweaking with these to make them look less solid. Should probably also increase the brush settings. Crank that up to 20. So I've noticed it is harder to draw. Just gonna get a solid line. It is harder to draw with a smaller radius, especially when the resolution for this is lower. And I think it's still gonna look kind of wonky because, yeah. So we may need to subdivide in order to get any real progress in here. Let's check out the wireframe. Huh. Looks like it should be okay. I don't know what's up with it. See, I could do the really creepy thing, and I might actually do that. What if I have just like a line, like here, and suddenly I can't draw anything? What's going on? Okay, I can still do that though. Just a hexagonal mouth hole. Again, not a sentence I thought I would say this morning. Maybe it's because we're doing draw sharp, and that's trying to keep too many of the geometries in shape. So if I just do draw, I'm not certain, but I think I'm already noticing a substantial difference. Well, there is this weird area in here again where it's being kind of silly. Come on, bend. Bend to my will. What I could do is, instead of trying to create all these super detailed human forms, I could try to create like a mannequin. Or not like a mannequin per se, but like the little... Oh, that's going in really deep, but it's not really doing what I want it to. Okay, tell you what, we are going to subdivide, but we're going to do it sneakily. Because instead of subdividing the whole thing, which would be ridiculous, we are going to just kind of highlight this general area around where the mouth would be. Okay, maybe not that. Oh dear. We're going to highlight this area right here. And then we're going to subdivide that. Okay, so that should give me better surface to work with. Okay, that worked noticeably quicker. I probably shouldn't have my strength at 100 now that I think about it. Or not 100, 1. Actually, it's fine. But I do really want to create, instead of this big giant gash, I really want it to be more like a thin line. So what if we drop this down to, not 1, 6, and then try again with the pen to create something more solid. Okay, well that's adorable. Okay, let's try this again. Select this area. Not the whole thing, but just this general area. Then subdivide that. And then go back to sculpt mode. Okay, it's starting to have some negative effects. Ironically, you're starting to see... What if I shade flat? Oh, that's almost worse. And yet, somehow it's still really cool looking. Yeah, you're starting to see little dimples in there, which is not what I'm wanting, but meh, we can work with that. Okay, so hopefully now... I guess this is one downside to using this kind of mesh instead of, you know, something more truly spherical, because this is made entirely out of triangles. It makes it harder to create straight lines, because the other one is cubic. This one is isometric. Not isometric. Icometric? Whatever, it's triangles. Okay, mouth, slightly larger than the nose. I mean, it depends. For this one, let's try to get that more widened out. So as a random note for anyone who is interested, I am having major deja vu right now. I'm not sure why. I mean, I have my theories, but that's not the point. Oh, it's horrific looking, just as I intended. Okay, so that looks appropriate. So now we're gonna do... Nope, that is exactly the opposite of what I wanted to do. Because this needs to be like a 20. And then we're just gonna smooth the edges. Now, if my deja vu intuition is right, someone's going to comment in like 10 seconds. But I don't think anyone's even watching, so probably not. Random deja vu is misleading me. Okay, so then we're going to do some basic inflation, not deflation, around this area to create a sensation of lips. Which, oh my gosh, just looks horrific. I guess it's a good thing we're going with something more horrific in the first place then, because this is haunting my nightmares. Or it will haunt my nightmares. Then we're going to do a little bit of smoothing. See, that's the key, kids. If you're wanting to do some sculpting stuff, what you should really do is start with terrifying monstrosities, because then, here's the trick, even if it looks bad, you can just say, that's the point. Okay, I'm not making a lot of progress in the lips department, so there are no lips. Is there a way to smooth, but like, the other way? I'm thinking that would just be inflate, but I guess it's kind of working. Grab at the corner of his mouth and kind of pull there, pull there. That'll make it a little more emphasized. Yeah, especially if you have just freaking needles sticking out. We need to grab like right here. I'm an idiot. I could have been using crease this entire time. That's okay, kids, because remember, this is a learning experience. A learning experience in making terrifying eldritch abominations. I really like this song. But is that pulling him in opposite directions? I know this mouth is an abomination to sculptors everywhere, and for that I apologize. His lower lip is way too small. I mean, granted, it doesn't really conform to, you know, general human qualities, but we still have standards. Oh yes, that makes the grin that much more terrifying and cute somehow. Yes, wider grin, less cute than whatever the heck. Okay, definitely needs some smoothing here. And then back to creasing. Flatten. Okay, now that looks a little too kissy face, and I'm slightly impressed with how it worked, but also not okay with it. So we're gonna deform this back slightly. That's better. Kind of. He's really pursed lips. I didn't want to smooth it out that much. Maybe like a 20. Maybe do another crease down here. Or maybe don't do that. And do some basic smoothing. Some basic inflation. That's deflation. We want the opposite. Why is it that the only mouth I can seem to create is one that looks like it's prepared to kiss you? Okay, it's starting to look a little bit better. I'm afraid that something is going to go terribly wrong here in a second. Maybe it's because it's smiling. It doesn't really look like a threatening smile. It looks more amused, so maybe fold the corners. That's slightly better. Pull up there. And there. Pull down there. Now he just looks like he's nervous about asking you a question. Okay, that's actually a lot better. Pull that back. Give him kind of a dimple. Okay, I'm content with that. Let's... His nose... It's not my favorite feature. Let's go ahead and smooth this area out. Now it looks like it just smelled something bad. Let's take this part of it. Do we need to make his nose look weird? Well, it does something. There's something about the nose just isn't working for me right now. I can't put my finger on it. Yes. Now it's perfect. Oh, what is it? Let's do some creasing. Well, now his nose has more of like that indented curve kind of on the sides, which I think was the thing that was really annoying me. I think... Wait, what does this do? Ah, okay, so the middle circle corresponds to the strength. Got it. was not what I wanted. That's kind of what I wanted. If we smooth it, it's probably going to look pretty much the same as it did before. Wait, what if I just smooth the nose? Oh. Actually, kind of okay with this. What if we bring it more to like a point? Yeah, like that. And then I'll elastic deform the tip, kind of like that. It's not really going to be that pointy. That's just so I can drag this out as well. And then apply a smoothness modifier to that. And then let's elastic deform that. Come back upwards. Oh, actually, hang on, I think we're onto something. Well, let's come back over here to draw sharp. Actually, what if we use the inflate and then deflate and then increase the strength of that? Focus it right there and then just kind of, that's not really working. As it currently stands, it's probably fine, but I do want to get that small little detail because I'm kind of OCDing a little bit about it. Okay, I think I'm going about this all wrong. What if I just grab? I'm starting to remember. Actually, that worked out surprisingly well. And just add a little bit of smoothness. I can't tell what that's doing. You know what? That's fine. So I'm going to do a single elastic deform here at point, kind of hook it downwards, kind of give them a hooked pointed nose. Okay, let's see. He only has one eye currently. I do want to stretch out the chin a little bit. Not like that. And not that much. Yeah, kind of like that. And then let's do a grab. Make that a little more pronounced. And then come in with the smooth modifier. And kind of tap away at that for a second. Great. Actually, not half bad. What if we do some grabbing here? Okay, if I get the smoothness modifier working on it, I actually do like that they're not completely uniform. So I think that helps with the weirdness effect. Speaking of weirdness, let's smooth out some of that. Smooth. 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 second ago. I'm okay with these. Okay, I don't know how many of you were thinking of this from the beginning, but now all I can see is this is his head, these are his little arms, and these are his legs. Okay. Whew. Let's snake hook. Oh my gosh, that's horrific. Let's never do that again. Except I was liking what it was doing right at the beginning. I still can't unsee what I was mentioning before, but at the very least, it looks slightly better now. Does it have ears? No, because I'm assuming this is probably an underwater creature of some kind, and you don't really need ears, because you don't need directional. So, like most fish, all he's going to have is kind of an indentation on the side of his head. We can smooth that out a little bit if we want to, or we can make them just more prominent. Then do some touch-ups around the side. Great. Let's make them look weird. And by that I mean, I think it's time to do some shading. Let's hop over into the shading tab. And we're on a slight metallic modifier. That's terrifying. Just to make them look a little more, except no, it's probably roughness. He looks really angry when you get the roughness to about right here. Probably no real metallic. Maybe a little bit to make him look kind of scaly. So I imagine him being somewhat scaly. Noise. Let's combine a noise texture and a Musgrave. So I'm thinking splotchiness, we're going to have the ramp probably for the general skin. Yeah, kind of like that. Except this one is going to be this one. I swear, they're so hard to click. Kind of a darker green. Yeah, somewhere around there. And then I think the black is also going to be more in that same ballpark. Maybe like a bluish. Yeah, like there. You know, I'm still not totally set on those lips. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh, and if you turn the roughness all the way down, it looks horrific. I think we do want low qualities of that. But then, let's see. So this is the base color, but what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do a mix shader. plug that in right here, except it's not going to let me do that. Let's see, how did I get around this before? Mix. RGB? Is that it? I don't think so. It's probably going to get mad. Huh. It didn't get mad. Let's just control... No, not... No. Dupe. Pop. Plug that color in. Let's see what happens. Mostly... Oh, actually, hang on. If we do that and scale that up, that really adds a... That's kind of cool. We increase the detail on both, and then increase the scale of that. Except it's a fleshy creature, so let's plug this into subsurface and then increase that subsurface. Except the two colors are exactly the same, so it's probably not going to work. And if you do the subsurface too much... So we need it somewhere around there, and we need a different set of color. What if we take this and plug it into the subsurface modifier? You know, that's almost kind of working. But I think we need something else. Subsurface radius. So I don't think it's the roughness. Well... maybe a little bit. We probably also need to apply this distortion modifier. So I'm going to take that and, or displacement. See what that does. Okay, I accidentally made an avocado. So instead, let's add a displacement node. Pop it over down here. I do like the idea of taking this color, plugging it into the height, and then taking the displacement and plugging it into the displacement. That'll give us kind of a rougher looking skin tone. And at first it's going to look exactly the same as before, but when you decrease the skin value, I want that to be probably around there, yeah. Okay, subsurface is all the way up. That's not quite working. Give it a second. What if we set this to black and then crank that? You know, that's terrifyingly starting to work. What if we make it so it's easier to see with lighter shades? So if we do like a shade of green, that really comes through. If we do a darker color there and decrease the subsurface modifier. So if we do that lighter color, hang on, and then make it subsurfacey. What do the insides of a creature like this look like? That's going to help me determine color. Probably not pink and fleshy. I'm imagining darker. What if I take the color from here and plug it into there? I don't really feel like creating a whole new... Ooh, hang on. What does it look like without it? Kind of the same. That really makes sense because it's just the same effect being applied. So I think in order for it to look weird and different, we would have to duplicate. Probably... Musgrove, plug that in there, and then decrease the scale a bit. Plug that color into the subsurface. And then we can play around with this once it's processed. Okay, so that's the subsurface we're saying. Right, because subsurface is all the way up there. So this would probably be like a 50. Or is the issue that it's still matching up too much? Ah, I see. What if we had a clear coat effect? That'll make it a little bit more wet looking. Kind of. I think a low subsurface modifier of like 0.3 is probably what I'm aiming for. 0.314. Okay. That mouth is still the thing that is really... Where am I? Oh. That's still the thing that's not really selling me. I think it's because it still looks really lumpy while the rest of it is pretty smooth looking. We'll worry about that in a second. So shading wise, it doesn't look too half bad. What about a clear coat roughness? Increase the clear coat. Increase the clear coat roughness to about here. Maybe down a little bit more. It does look like skin, so that's good. What if I increase the brightness of these? So that seems to have a bigger effect on subsurface. Just slightly. If I bring these closer together. I still just see the legs and the arms. That's going to be a long-standing thing. Okay. Alright, let's do some shading for the eye. This should be pretty easy. Drop down the roughness, increase the clear coat. What color do we want it to be? Well, we want it to have subsurface. So let's make the base color kind of black. And then maybe turn up the roughness a little bit so you can actually see that subsurface. Oh, I should probably model the eye instead of just throwing a sphere in there. Okay. Well, so far I'm happy with how this project is going, but I think in order to get it to a spot where I really want it to be, I'm probably going to have to spend more than a day on it. So Oh, that's right. If you put a light really close to it, then you really get to see the creepy fleshiness. Let's not do that quite yet. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to work on this again tomorrow. Just because I don't want to rush it, and I do have places that I have to be in a moment. So, we're just going to render that, just using the Eevee engine. And then, yeah, see, that's actually not too bad. I'm actually really pleased with how that's looking. Do need to work on the mouth, though, and currently there's only one eye, and I think I'm going to do some modeling with the eye to make it look more eye-like. Maybe like slits or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do something like that. So, for now, we're just going to call this... doesn't really have a name yet. Let's just call it the green one. Sweet. Alrighty, well, that is going to be the end of today's Blender a Day. Tomorrow I'm going to finish it up, or I'm going to finish up the green one, because, well, I want to finish it up. So, yeah, yeah, thanks for chilling, y'all who've been with me, and thanks for watching, those of you who are watching this afterwards. Tomorrow will be interesting. We'll see what this turns into. Alright, take care.